My name is Claudia. I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and that diagnosis has been with me since I was 22 years old.
And I am Claudia's husband. My name is John Najelski.
I don't see it as a disability. It's just part of who I am. It's never been a clutch for me, and it's never been a clutch for him.
Claudia had open and honest conversations with me early on saying, hey, look, I have this condition. There was nothing stopping our relationship. So it wasn't completely understood by myself, I guess, because I was enamored, I was in love, and everything was so fresh and so new.
If you're gonna really continue on this road, you need to know, which I believe it was the fair thing to do for somebody that was expressing a lot of interest and a lot of love. It's been a ride. But I have to say that I've been much better. It's good to recognize and to bring into awareness that every time there's a crisis in our family of any kind, I spiral out of control. I work very hard to every time that happens, run to the doctor and make sure that I have the right medication to cope with it, which I have. But it truly is a fight to try to stay, coping on the lane that I need to stay. I would definitely say be informed, know what the symptoms are, know what you're going to be faced with, and then have a plan for who's going to be your support system when those things happen.
Here in the last couple of years, when you hear about mental illness and things like that, it's no longer like swept under the rug, and it's no longer like a family secret. I think everyone's done a very good job of opening it up and saying, hey, there's a lot of this that's out there, folks. We need to pay attention to this. But I would say, if do your research about it. Spend the time and say, okay, these are the things that you're going to encounter, and make your decision from there. That's part of the package, and you're going to have to cope with it somehow, some way.
My support system was my parents, and I know men cope with stuff differently, but I think it would have been really good if he would have been able to call his family and say, I'm struggling, Claudia is going through this, or a friend, or even a therapist for him to say, okay, if she's struggling with this, it has nothing to do with you. It's not that she's trying to ignore you. It's not that she's not wanting to pay attention. That would have been, I think, of help to you, wouldn't it?
Oh, I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You do need to have self-care and therapy for your own sake. He's my guide, so I'm very grateful for him because he's my guide.